Okay. Well, it comes down to this. This is the final of the World Cup, and this is the last match of it. I need to win, because as a team we're down. We need to win at least 4 games out of 6 to keep things alive for a tiebreaker, and less than that and we lose, and more than that and we win. In any case, we have a board here that has, well, the main thing I'm seeing is like Apprentice Trail and Witch's Hut Trail. I don't know exactly which of those you're going to favor, but Gather looks pretty dang good for accumulating these things. There's a lot of things with Trail, actually. Forge Trail, Hamlet Trail, a lot of Trail things. The 3 is going to be silver. I guess there's some question of whether it wants to come with maybe a Jack of all trades or a Poacher. Not exactly sure. Not exactly sure what the deal's going to be on, like, I don't think you have to really emphasize state clearing that much, because your target stuff is eventually, like, over here. And so the idea is more going to be, like, make sure that we do get up to here and start putting these things into deck. So I think it's probably going to end up coming with a Poacher. Rather than a Jack, just because also Jack Silver is not actually the greatest thing ever at hitting 5. Right? And that's something I'd really like to be doing, whether it's directly going after Apprentice or like adding a Den of Sin, just to maybe hit 5 again afterwards. I should mention it's 6 in the morning and still like pitch black outside. That's the deal. I've had breakfast, but it's still earlier than maybe I'd like. The other matches were starting at this time, I was waking up like before them and then being half asleep for most of the match. So we'll hope I don't go half asleep during this one. Real possibility, though. Can Poacher... Well, I guess it can hit 7. I was saying, like, if we hit 7, are we going to gather, or are we going to travel and fare something on top? What a question. These are the kinds of things that your sleep-addled brain thinks about, is, what if I hit 7? Yeah. So, in any case, I should mention the opponent we're playing, Kazumaru. Played them 4 times in League back in when they were still in League. So it's sort of a familiar opponent. Maybe we'll hit 7. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Look at me. Okay, well, I guess that does make the decision, doesn't it? Next turn's hitting 2, so we do have to make a pretty substantial decision here. It could be something like Silver Trail Den. Maybe hits 5 again. Obviously, maybe like clear an estate and 3 coins. It was tempting. I talked about hitting 7 and I manifested it, but now I don't know what to do. Top decking Apprentice does not seem particularly favorable. So like you hit 3 next turn and then what? That's where I'm kind of thinking go gather Silver Trail Den. Dying. Yeah, definitely the Den. I mean, we'll hope to. It's fairly likely that we'll hit 5 again off of this, which is sure nice to do. And then maybe 7 the next turn. You could always draw 2 coppers like that. Unfortunate, but you know, not the end of things. Because we'll hit 7 again down there. That'll be fine. I wonder if this wants to be another trail. Like top decking a Hamlet. If I do the trail, do I play it? Probably not. It could also be another Poacher. This will be fine. I mean, trail something will probably run for trail, so do it this way. Yeah, I'll hit 8 actually, and then probably this time we throw the Apprentice in. We want to keep gathering or what? I hope this draws the silver rather than the Poacher. I mean, hitting 8's excessive. Right. If so, I'd top deck the Apprentice rather than, well, I think I'm top decking the Apprentice basically no matter what this time around. A little bit concerned about how much trashing I've actually gotten done to this point, which is to say none. This is another case where like we could be sticking a Forge in here like this turn. I might not actually be looking at Apprentice as the main target. I didn't quite get the pacing I was hoping for off here. I mean, I was really hoping to hit 5 last turn, which clearly is not a thing that happened. Anyways, so I'm thinking this ends up being a Forge just because I think I'm feeling like I need to get the added trashing in, and I mean there's stuff in deck to be forging, sure enough. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't feel like I'm ever going to get, or I don't feel like there's much chance of me getting good draw pacing in here, and like no matter what, I don't think I'm going to want to trigger, so yeah. So probably this just ends up being Forge, and then we hope for the best in this next shuffle. Hopefully hit 5 or find a den this turn. Yeah. If not, probably we start accumulating trail. I'm a little bit scared to play anything until I see the Forge, because missing that's just so bad. So bad. Let's see. Okay, you get your gather trail. Maybe a Witch's Hut for you. Okay, so I think this just wants to be den, considering the Forge in there. That was a easy buy. I'm not too concerned about the cursing, because once you get control, like there's no... So much for getting control. Probably just keep sticking Den in, considering the Forge. A little bit worried about long-term draw, but right now I think we just need to make sure that we're actually getting what we want to get done. Unspectacular turns really on both sides. Things could have been, okay, well, maybe things couldn't have been going, could have been bleh. Ooh, that's an interesting one, isn't it? 9. That's sure an interesting number. That turned into a rather spectacular turn on that side, didn't it? With the trail discard. Some amount of good fortune to be doing that. It's like you can top deck Silver Trail, grab a Den. I think I'm a fan of. Top deck the Trail, gain Den to hand. Yeah. Oh no, it's another Witch's Hut. It's fine, probably. Okay. We do not need a province. I'm gonna forge all of this stuff. Some amount of it to trail. At least that amount of it to trail. Maybe this amount. I mean, we're very likely to reach 7, which is kind of the number that I'm looking for still. Yeah. No. Oh man. That was so annoying. Can we do another Den? I mean, we have... Yeah. I'd rather be doing the Witch's Hut stuff, but like... How is the deck working right now? It's working because I have all of this start of turn draw. Yeah. Kind of like another Forge even. This is really, I mean, 6 here is really not the plan. I don't know whether we just take another Den. I guess so. I mean, I'm going to start taking curses, which is fine. The thing I need to worry about is like trail split wise, because you're about to be able to get a lot, and that's definitely a problem for me. But I feel like I really need this turn to go. I'm just so ticked off at drawing that estate. So ticked off. Yeah, not looking good for this game, let's say. I have another curse. The main problem right now is that my turns aren't working. Like, last turn was supposed to be gather, Silver Trail, Witch's Hut, and instead it was Den. Like that's not good. That's very not good. I trashed the 1 extra copper. or Silver Trail Den. Like, either of these things would have been so much better than what I actually ended up getting to do after drawing that estate off the top. That's the complaint here. I feel like you're just kind of off to doing whatever at this point. Like, the one thing I maybe have going for me is that it's easier for me to get provinces. As of right now, at least. Maybe easier for me to get provinces, I should emphasize. It's not like a guarantee or anything. I would like another forge, I think. I just don't know like how I'm going to get these things and also be gathering, because right now I have a pretty severe stuff deficit. Yeah, it just goes on top of the witch's hut. And maybe you buy a den. Apprentice, okay. Your next turn. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Oh, you did do the witch's hut too. Alright, let's see if we can't find the forge. We can't, but we do hit 9, so that's good news at least. Maybe we can do an apprentice with it rather than the witch's hut. I mean, we can absorb curses, fine. Right, the big thing right now is probably just going to be make sure that we draw, which Apprentice will do a better job of. Yeah. As I say, the big thing here right now is just that I think I'm going to be absorbing a little bit too much curse. The Jack did a lot of good things. I placed some emphasis on hitting 5. I mean, you hit 5 anyways, didn't you? No. But the next shuffle ended up being, I guess, everything you wanted it to be. Yeah. Which, I mean, it's something that Jack does, right? Like, sure as day. You take the last trails here. That could be kind of annoying on my end. Couldn't it? Couldn't it be? Figure out how to not take too many curses between now and... I don't actually know. Like, I don't have as much ability to end the game just because I have this, like, I'm very low on money compared to you. So maybe what needs to happen is I need to start thinking about how am I going to just start getting provinces in quantity. Yeah. There's other draw options besides Witch's Hut. It's just that I don't have quite the push in my deck. So this is where I'm thinking, like, I want to figure out how to get another forge. Probably we're going to forge Den, which should be fine at this point. Like Den, Estate, whatever. I'm also somehow pretending that I can actually get through 15 cards, which is questionable at best. Must say, 22. Holy cow. There's way more money than I was hoping to ever be seeing over there, isn't it? You can get all the remaining trails. That is obnoxious. I didn't even think we were going to be producing 22 on this board, like, ever. I mean, my deck isn't. Certainly. Man, being able to carry 7 silvers. You can probably curse empties. I do think I need to start really hammering on province. But I'm not really sure how I keep up. Like, I can't even draw effectively right now. Maybe the Dens should have just been throwing Witch's Hut in and hoping for the best. Be another gather, go Silver Trail, I don't know what. You leave the trail, I'm gonna have to get it. A trail, I'm gonna have to get it. No, you won't. It's proper. I mean, it's proper. Okay. So I definitely want to figure out how to get another forge. I wonder if I just kind of lose next turn is the other problem. Like, if I'm not greening right here, can you basically empty curses estates or curses hamlets on me? That's an issue. That's an issue. Anyways, we'll see how things go here. Yeah, I think I want to get through. I want to try to get through a lot of this. This is where I'm thinking, let's get an extra forge. Just like something like this. Yeah. Okay. Do I want to hit 5? What would I do with 5? Some kind of Apprentice, maybe? Or 3. I'm thinking Apprentice with the idea that maybe we'll like hit Poacher, hit Trail. It is kind of be a desperate measure. Okay, well, we found some stuff at least. But I am worried that I just that I lose Curse's estates here. Now, the thing about forge trails is that you're supposed to have, like, if you have multiple forges, you're supposed to have at least 4 trails, which will note that I definitely do not. And I suppose there's more than enough money to empty estates. Probably. I don't know. We'll find out. Or dens. That's a little bit cheaper, actually, isn't it? 26 is what it takes to empty dens. You hit 22 last turn and added 2 silvers. Somehow I think you're going to make it. Yeah. Huh. Well, the Jack did a lot of good things. Certainly. Bit of a surprise. This is a pretty trivial win. You just, like, play Jack, Apprentice, the whatever, den, extra den. And then you have, well, no, I guess you come up a little bit short on curses that way. Maybe not so trivial. The thing is I don't really have a way to end the game, I just have a way to gain provinces, which is not ideal at all. Less than ideal, really. So, the fact that I'm going to be plausibly greening second. No, because the den's +1 curse just takes 28. Although, I guess there's 2 more curses that you can give out. Maybe. Trying to think, like, Trail Apprentice, Trail... What's the second action? Because you can't draw at all. I think I somehow survive 1 more turn. Maybe. No, maybe not. The number is 28 that you need. You end up very slightly short. I'm missing a silver, get 26. Which doesn't exactly help me. There's still not really any place I can go, but, you know. You can pretend for the moment. Like, I can't even really draw. I can't draw, even. That's a actually really substantial problem, is I can't draw. Maybe we get to Apprentice a den. Apprentice Trail, Apprentice Den. That gets us pretty close. No, it actually doesn't. Like, I'm still just carrying so many extra curses. Like, you probably really do have 2 turns here. Yeah, that's 1 coin short. Not that it really matters. I mean, you can just set up your next turn. Take, like, a safety province. If I could actually draw, which I can't, this would matter. Because then I could actually clear all these curses, but as is, I'm going to have a really severe points problem, no matter what, really. Like, if you just double province plus, like, Witch's Hut, there's on top, there's not a whole lot I can do about it. Or even Apprentice on top, I guess would be more appropriate, just to make sure. Everything will be fine. Take one province. Probably I can make up enough to... I don't know. Again, it's just tough because I can't actually get these curses. And I'm only going to draw through, well, a little bit of, not enough of this. Apprentice on top. Should be. And I'm kind of have to play for you to major deck fail, which is possible, just rather unlikely. You have all the silver and copper. I'm trying to think, like, if you draw it, do you still win? Maybe. Or maybe you take a forge of your own. Probably not, though. I can't imagine basically anything other than a top-decked Apprentice. Ooh. I just didn't get control quite fast enough, which, you know. I have the one turn that I'm really just ticked about is the one where I drew a state off the forge trail. I think I was maybe not ahead, but I was still kind of in it until that point. This is a gather. That's interesting. I'm not really a fan. I think your deck still has some failure modes that are... Well, I guess you can top deck Apprentice. No, you can still top deck Apprentice with this. A top deck Apprentice with the gather. Maybe a little better. I'm not sure. You trash the Poacher? You're a Poacher. In hand? No, that's a den, isn't it? You discarded the Poacher to a witch's hut and we haven't seen it since. That's what happened. Okay. That means you had a Poacher on top? Yeah, that means you must have had a Poacher on top. Okay. Well, as I say, I think there's still a deck failure mode for you. Well, I know we want to do at least that. Do we just do the other one right now? Like, this is what the deck does, right? I mean, there's an Apprentice there. I know. How do we feel about a Hamlet or an estate? I guess we add Hamlet. I mean, the assumption is right now still that I'm not going to see any more turns, so we're still very dependent on you having some sort of extremely unlikely deck failure. I don't even have them. I don't even think I have the deck to do better than a double province. So actually I need 2 deck failures? Unlikely. 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 Okay, the fact that you're, like, yeah. Alright. That's probably enough. I don't think there's any possible thing where you don't get to empty den from here. Yeah. Den plus estate, maybe. Province. Okay. We don't need to. You have to think about that. Alright. Well, on to my start. Oh, 5. I mean, like, we have Rice Broker, but we also have Swap. And that's probably what more of an emphasis is going to be on. I'm noticing that there's no, buy here. Which makes things a little awkward. But maybe not that awkward. So we're going to start with experiments on this 3, and then I'm not sure whether the 5 wants to be a Rice Broker or a Swap. Certainly one of the 2. I'm thinking probably Swap. The idea is, like, you can ball experiments and swap into whatever it is you want. But I'm kinda uncertain here. Like, how likely am I to... I mean, the other thing is, like, if you take Rice Broker, you can preserve the experiments via way of the Otter. Which is certainly a good thing. And then there's also how much Daimyo do you get. All interesting things to have to think about. And then there's the fact that there's no buy, and so, like, at some point, I'm trying to run, like, this is going to be an Otter, because we can, Farmhands whatever. Ideally we'll ball, or ideally we'll get a swap, but, like, this is going to be that. Okay. And then probably we just take another set of experiments. Well, we Daimyo, like, this is fairly likely to hit. I think we just take another set of experiments. We'll get 5 again. I don't know how that's going to happen. Let me play experiment first. Because I'm thinking there's some situation in which we trash estate over copper, depending on what the experiment is seeing. But I don't think I'm not hitting 4 very well. Why did I draw 2 estates? What's up with that anyways? Yeah. Like, if I see an experiment off the top of the deck by playing this one, probably I trash a state. Okay, that was not what I saw. Okay. So now I think we definitely want to be adding this swap. For sure. And then we'll see. I was a little hesitant to... Well, one of these has to go back because I'm definitely not hitting 4 off ottering 1. Or I could hit 4, but it's mildly unlikely. Now we have to swap in. Anytime we hit 5, it's balling for sets of experiments. Beautiful. Okay. Maybe Rabble? I think Rabble. We're just gonna... Really rice broker an experiment. The idea being we can swap into others. Or swap into other rice brokers. Yeah. I'll make sure that I keep hitting 5 here. Like this Rabble. Maybe it could be experiment to Farmhands also. This is gonna miss, isn't it? Because that's swap experiment, which I'm kind of prone to leaving on top and maybe just taking another set of experiments. Yeah. I mean, I can get 4, which is maybe better. I can play this experiment to gain... What would it be? Probably a baker. And then 4 experiments. I mean, that seems better, doesn't it? Although having swap experiment on top is pretty dang good. Shouldn't have set aside the copper. Well, I was expecting to draw, not that. Which I guess was maybe not a great expectation. The other thing we can do is we could Otter this and then buy Farmhands, but I don't think we want to be doing that. Yeah, it's surely better to have a baker. Gross. Super gross. Maybe a bit ambitious. I'm kind of lacking thinness right now. I still have a lot of copper in estates, as we saw last turn. I'm going to swap into some more swaps. Super gross. I mean, this swap should have been ottered. It was overly ambitious. Well, maybe not. I actually don't think it was that overly ambitious, on second thought. I think it was just kind of how things were. I mean, this is... There were two non-actions. So, like, what is one to do? And once again, not finding swap at kind of an alarming rate. Okay, that's better. Probably into Farmhands, which I'm not going to do anything with. Okay. Maybe into swap. I really want another rice broker. I want to hit 5 again. I'll go Farmhands into some experiments. I think we can burn an experiment normal, like. Or this can be into rice broker to trash an estate, although I'm not sure we actually want to be doing that. You know? Because what's in here? Like copper... something. Maybe copper experiment. But also trashing the estate has appeal for other reasons. Could also be another baker. Could also be another swap, really. Maybe rice broker to trash an estate. It could also just be more swaps. It actually just wants to be more swap, and then we'll ball for some experiments. I am very concerned about having these 7 cards, though. Oh man, there wasn't a... That wasn't an experiment. It's a little scary. Actually, it's a lot scary. Okay. Fairly ineffective turnover there. This probably goes into a rabble. Like, we have enough swaps that mostly what we want to do right now is build up the not experiment draw. Maybe into swap. This goes into experiments. Maybe into Farmhands. If these both go into bakers, I could do 4 experiments again. That seems probably pretty good. Somebody don't want a rice broker thing again. I'm gonna win this turn. And I trashed the estate, which is gonna make things potentially more difficult. Maybe a little bit careful about how many swaps are out there. I think this is all of your swaps. I think I have 6. I've seen all 6 last turn. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Just have to be a little bit careful about things. Piles wise. May have to be buying duchy this turn. And 6. Just trying to think here. Another question of money. I guess we could swap into cabin boys for next turn. I mean, we estimate that the best you can do in a turn is like 4 bakers and however many experiments. So it's like we have room to be taking more bakers. The question guy's going to be like, how else are we producing money? It's like we can get experiments from. Like I can leave 5 bakers probably. Well, maybe not. No, we can leave 5 bakers. This probably wants to go to baker. Okay. This to Farmhands. I don't necessarily need this Farmhands, but we'll think about it at least. I don't know if I want to do another Rabble attack. Which good that actually does. The idea is basically I can swap out a rice broker for more experiments. Or maybe both rice brokers for more experiments, depending on how we feel about whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we only have one more swap, we should note. So, like, I can swap out Rice Broker for the last 2 experiments right here. I would leave... Well, I won't leave anything, but... Oh well. The question is, like, do we want to do that? I mean, probably yes. And then we take... What, a duchy? Here's kind of just lower things. And then also potentially give myself province this turn, or the ability to buy province this turn at least. At the very least. You're going to have some trouble producing money, is my guess. Probably we're going to be a swapping experiment for Rice Broker right off the top here. Just make sure that we draw. Okay, it was kind of fine to see go by, wasn't it? Swapping out swap, huh? I mean, you gotta get that back, right? I've got crazy here. Yeah, okay. Okay, so if I manage to get 6 bakers, that could be pretty good. Or 5 farmhands, yeah, okay. I'm feeling pretty good about this right now. Even targeting, like, we don't need this baker. This can be into Rice Broker, then we just need to get 5 farmhands. And be able to ball for whatever. Or even like 3 farmhands. Like, this is already very, very close. It's, no. No. It's just trivial, actually. Okay. Alright, good. I think something that I was doing at the start was a bit better. Black market, and that's our only village. That's obnoxious. And it's not like you're going to be building big gamble here either. Yeah, I mean, black market's excessively good. Alright. How do I want to get there? Probably open Maroon Cage. It seems sort of apt to be doing nice. I guess it could be Scrap Cage also. Maroon potentially being a little bit difficult to play. The reason for Maroon Cage is if you collide them, it's a lot nicer case than Scrap Cage. Would be my first thought. Yeah. I would like to open Tanuki Cage. Now that'd be an opening. Feels like most of the deck wants to come out of the black market. We also gamble here. It's like a 4 out of 5 chance that you make something beautiful. It's pretty good. Like if you gamble and you get the 80%, you buy Cage. It does solve a lot of the possible Cage problems, doesn't it? I'm tempted. What happens if we miss? Probably some bad things. But if we hit, it's so good. There's definitely not any times in this match when having an estate on top when I would have really liked it to have been a copper has burned me. That's certainly not happened. I'm gonna try it. 4 out of 5. I mean, is it worth it? Maybe. What happens if we miss, though? Like, gosh. The other thing we can do is we can scrap and then gamble. That also solves a lot of the problem, or that also eliminates most of the problems, so probably we should do that. Just, oh no. Oh, this is awful. Cart, horse, cage. Jeez, okay. Yeah, that would have been a good thing to have happen, I must say. I probably don't get it, but it's okay. I think I'm actually happy. I mean, you're happy with most outcome. That's just the best, obviously. Card, horse, cage. And then we don't play into this, I don't think. I think we just take our cage, and then next turn we'll take a card horse. And hope we don't draw the estate. Would be the biggie. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Caging 4 copies is actually ideal for a change. The main thing is I'm just like kinda half a turn low on the scrapping at this point. Face down. Did you set aside an estate? I don't actually know. I guess the answer is yes, you did. Okay, none of those... Well, Gatekeeper could be obnoxious, but not actually that appealing. There's a difference here between, like, yeah. And that should be a silver. Like, action silver. I'm thinking yes. I mean, it gives something for the scrap to keep doing, and I think most cases we'd rather be hitting 4, or most of the things we actually want on black market cost 4. Which is villages. On the other hand, like, I have the horse, I have another estate. Yeah, okay. Supplies is pretty dang good. Probably we buy it. That option is mint. We can get rid of... Yeah. Do I want to gamble into this a bit? I mean, there's a horse. That's the main thing. Horse would be bad to see. Oh, I really want anything else. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, that was productive. Yeah, you did get all the... Okay. So it goes. Those are not villages. I'm gonna take Skirmisher. You could. There's no card action off that. You must have bottom decked the black market. Otherwise, surely you take a silver. Anyways. Gamble Supplies is a classic. It's just sheer classic. Pure classic. I mean, I think you take Skirmisher because the idea will be basically until you get black market. That's the best thing you can be doing. Until you get a village. Like, you either take a village or you attack me. And that's pretty solid. Right. I can't scrap for... I really need this horse. I need a horse. I want to go action silver here, but I'm pretty scared to do that. As things are. With the Skirmisher attacks coming in. So I'm very tempted to say horse here rather than silver. Procession, that looks amazing, other than Maroon being the only 4. I mean, we'll buy it, clearly. I don't know what I'm going to do with all the Maroons, but it seems clear enough to buy it. We can trash coppers with them. That's a thing that Maroon can do, right? You lose scrap. You put discard scrap copper. Kind of depends. Maroon themselves with it. It's probably the more likely outcome. Hopefully, another village and I can proc the Maroon. That would be a cool thing to do. Yeah, festival all day. Yep. We'll get attacked here. That's good. At least. Drawing the procession off the top would have been real nice. That's now Black Market Procession. That's kind of officially gotten into obnoxious zone. So I think we're scrapping the horse for like card action horse. With hopes that it's the black market. If it's not, we'll gamble into the black market. Well, the other thing I could do is I could do like coin silver horse. With the idea that this definitely leaves procession horse on top, and I can buy Skirmisher or Storyteller. Maybe Skirmisher. I don't know that I really need the extra draw there yet. I think we probably go Skirmisher first. Although Storyteller, the idea, I mean, with Storyteller we could probably get back to the Maroon is the thing. Let's do it this way. I'm very uncertain about that particular decision. Okay, this discards black market copper, probably. You're clearing out these coppers at a rate that I am not. Oh god, fishing village. Okay, this is now officially gotten into bad territory. Really bad territory on the whole village thing. So that's no good. Really, no good at all. I was gonna say at least I'm not getting attacked, but I think there's actually still 2 coppers over there. Is it? No, it's copper scrap. Okay. Maybe another black market in your life. You have enough money otherwise. Well, we'll have the Maroon here at least. We can scrap Maroons. That's actually what we can do. That's actually pretty decent. Now that we mention it. I think attacking you is going to be pretty important. I don't really know how sustainable my stuff is right now. I mean, I need another village still quite badly. Quite badly. I wish I had done whatever gamble thing necessary last turn to get that fishing village. I mean, we couldn't have known, but I still wish I had done it. Right. Okay. That is not a horse. But there's more horses. Merchant camp, huh? Is that really what we're giving me? Apparently. I think we just kind of have to take it, right? It's the option. I think we're going to do this such that we top deck a horse. Yeah. What do we want here? I guess we could maybe work with another scrap. I don't know. It could just be silver. Also, I don't know. Smugglers. Not really. Leprechaun. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doable, but unlikely. Maybe doable with Black Market, playing some treasures. You can see it. Let me just take a silver. I think it's better than nothing. Ignore how I ran aground this turn on it. Yeah. I mean, I think it's fine, because like in a perfect world we'll scrap a Maroon, right? So probably just leave this. I really don't think a Leprechaun is doing it for me. I shouldn't have marooned the copper. Just take a Skirmisher. I don't really want to. I mean, I don't know if I can do it. Let's add it. I'm uncertain about this decision. Like, we're totally going to discard Leprechaun copper here. I'm just saying. The problem is if I don't start my turn with proc horse, my deck doesn't actually work. It's a very minor. Well, it's a very minor problem if you want to call it minor. Poacher looks pretty good. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, 7. The Leprechaun. You can butcher the scrap. You can scrap the butcher. I'm very happy to not get attacked here. That would have been obnoxious. Oh no, we're gonna go scrap into Skirmisher. Gosh dang. I think we're gonna have to say this Leprechaun is a future endeavor. I don't think I could actually handle Leprechaun. It was very difficult to buy last. I really should have stopped and just taken a Skirmisher. That's my new opinion. Yeah, so we're going to be discarding that. I think I go Skirmisher first in case it's the proc on top. 1 out of 7. We're not going to want to proc the Skirmisher basically no matter what, so might as well see. Okay, that was good. Yeah, it'll be enough to buy anything I would want, which is not this. None of this, really. But Market Square might be alright. I don't know. I don't think so. I think I want to attack. Okay, well, I didn't see the Leprechaun at the proper time. We might just play it anyways. Eat whatever hex. I could scrap copper. Might be better. I mean, we can maroon kind of whatever. Is my theory. Still waiting for something more amazing out of the black market. Like we can maroon. If really need end up being Skirmisher or any number of things can be marooned. I love leaving a Leprechaun there. Oh, I was tempted to top deck this merchant camp, but I'm going to avoid the temptation. I do have a problem right now that the proc doesn't actually have much to hit. It's probably going to have to hit Skirmisher, which is maybe fine. Actually. I don't know what order to order these things. And Skirmisher's not the most amazing thing. I mean, the problem with procking Skirmisher is just that you don't get anything out of it, and that you didn't get the horse draw, but other than those things, it's fine. What do I discard this turn? I don't even know. The question is, another question is like going to be like, do I try to draw proc off the top again? Not a great situation, really. And Skirmisher also makes it really scary to Skirmisher makes it really scary to horse end up in okay. Skirmisher also makes it very scary to pop the cage, because I have to discard the stuff. It is looking a lot like I'm going to have to win these last three, though. I think this Leprechaun buy was extremely poor. Extremely poor. Probably discarding, I don't know, black market supplies. I'm semi-tempted to keep the Leprechaun around just as a thing that, what's its face? The, Maroon can hit in a pinch. But this is looking quite bad at this point. Just like a turn too late on everything, and I think your black markets have been a little bit better than mine. First mate looks decent. Probably good enough to buy. Maybe not good enough. Well, no, I think it's good enough to buy, especially considering the discard attack. I think it's good enough to buy. Yeah. Hey, I don't get attacked this turn. That's good. That was going to be a pain point, for sure. If it had happened. Oh, I guess I still do get attacked this turn. Damn. That's actually extremely annoying. Like, incredibly annoying. Like, what is the wish doing on top? Seriously? Why wasn't it the first mate on top? Incredibly annoying. Yeah. I'm like somewhat holding Leprechaun because I feel like it's my main. Oh man, that's depressing. Okay. Definitely looking at marooning Maroon here. 4. I have to scrap the supplies if I want to activate Leprechaun. This is all bad. This is all bad. And that's the black market that's last. Yikes. What is it? Oh, that's fine, actually. Okay, so we gamble into black market. We can play supplies after playing it. Diplomat. That looks fantastic, actually. Yeah. Huh. This could actually go on top now, but I don't think it will. I got a point instead of a wish. That's what you just saw happen. It would be a very good thing to proc the horse this turn again. Watch as I don't get attacked now that I have the diplomat. Like, just, oh my god. I mean, you'll play a skirmisher, so it's fine. We'll see a little few more cards. It's actually really, really good to have the diplomat in the starting hand for that reason. If only I could get Scheme, that would be amazing. I'm just trying to make things work. Just trying to make things work. I mean, there's still, like, you can pull Outpost out of the black market. You can pull Diplomat out of the black market. I mean, that's a real big positive here. Probably ditched that with the idea that probably we're going to lose the Leprechaun to a subsequent attack. I'm not actually loving this so much, because Perfect World is scrap Maroon. So it might actually want to look more like, well, I don't know, more like this. We can scrap that Maroon. Like, I don't... Ideally, I find the proc, and I can just... proc the horse and not have to worry about such things. But Wharf seems good, doesn't it? Distant Shore seems pretty good also. I'd probably take that given the opportunity. I take either of those things given the opportunity, I must say. It's starting to feel like I'm a little bit too low on money. just a feeling. 2 skirmishers. Ouch. Yeah. Yeah, Black Market is not being kind today. You can also probably grab a Tanuki at this point on your end. It seems decent. It's decent. I guess you don't need it, you have the Butcher, right? Coin looks good. I'd take a coin. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, why would you do that? It's so mean. It's so that you can attack me with Cardinal and probably exile my Diplomat. Let's hope not. Ugh. This game actually just kind of keeps getting worse. I don't really know what my mechanism is for a comeback here. It's like I have to catch you without a draw card somehow. It is possible seeming, but unlikely, especially now that you have that Wharf. It's just a little bit too much to go through. I think the first game I did the wrong thing. This game is just look at Black Market, be a high skill card, except it's actually not at all. I think it's done with Tomb. Like, is there a way to play mass scrap such that you can somehow beat somebody who's about to take, what, 4 provinces and all the provinces in 2 turns? It's like, I'm pretty sure you can take all the provinces in 2 turns. I actually pretty desperately need to activate the Leprechaun this turn. It's a little scary. For Wish, because I need to wish for Tanuki. Yeah. Oh, lovely. I mean, this is really bad because the procession goes by right there. That's actually the real big harm, is the discarding the procession. Yeah, I guess we... Yeah, this is just bad. 2, 3, 4. None of these, probably. Do I take the Skirmisher out of exile? I guess so. Oh, just terrible. only get to proc a horse again this turn, that's good. I keep getting hit with Cardinal, ticking me off, really. Probably not. Well, maybe. Yeah. I don't really need this wish. Well, maybe I do. It would have been nice to have left the gold on top, actually. That would have been a fine top deck. This is much less fine. Much less fine. That'll be a Skirmisher. Gets exiled. I want to wish for Tanuki. I swear I can probably get through my deck. It's just, it hasn't happened yet. I wanted to keep the merchant camp. I don't know. I know there's actually extra horse in here, so it's not the clearest thing ever. Oh, okay. It left the one on top. You drew a Skirmisher. I probably lost this one. One of the reasons I'm just trying to kind of hang in it is because of timing. You know, it's towards 8 in the morning for me now, but in Japan it's like a little past midnight. So I kind of don't want to save this mental effort for you by resigning. I don't actually have to put a whole lot into this game. I mean, it's fine. Now we're gonna get cardinaled about, oh, please no. Minion looks fantastic, really. Maybe not. Actually, I don't know that Minion's the easiest thing to work in your deck. I'm kind of in between on it. Mill looks okay. I'd sure take any of those. Well, specifically, I'd take port. Yeah. A little bit too much. A little bit too much cheap village. A little bit too much cheap village. See what cardinal hits. Like, what are the really bad things that could hit? I actually don't know that there's much left in there that would be... Scrap would be pretty bad. Black Market, I think I've discarded. Leprechaun, I think I've discarded. It's been a while since I did it. No, it could be Leprechaun. That would be bad. You get flipped Leprechaun, scrap. Youch. That'd be pain. Pain. Yeah, that's bad enough probably to... Well, maybe not. You can wish for Leprechaun. Get it discarded. We'll see. There's still some things I could see working out with that. Yeah, experiment would be lovely. Next turn probably isn't going to be the one that you get caught without a draw card, but... Okay. 3... 5... I feel like this is going to have to be a Storyteller. Maybe not. I mean, we could scrap a gold. It kind of depends on how we're feeling about Leprechaun, really. Versus, say, a Tanuki, which is something that I also desperately need. Militia, I don't think is going to do us a whole lot. Well, it's an okay scrap target. Question is, like, what am I doing otherwise this turn? I'm scrapping a gold. Oh, I can't be playing that supplies right now. I'm scrapping a gold, I'm wishing for Tanuki, and I'm buying Leprechaun. Can I fit, like, is Cartographer valid? It's not, is it? So, yeah. I'm going to Tanuki the Maroon. What are we buying then? Tanuki Maroon to gold. We'll go gold to province. That'll be a problem, but oh well. We'll go like Leprechaun. I kind of need a Storyteller, actually. I can't be doing that. I have to do the Maroon to a Storyteller. I need the draw. And we need a Leprechaun. And maybe we just pull in a Skirmisher with it. Make you discard at least. Like, I have this tomb advantage. There's just no real way to lower piles. I can't actually handle the copper influx. That definitely does not go on top. So what gets discarded here? Leprechaun, Merchant Camp? Probably. It'll make it really tough to act. Well, I have the second Leprechaun, actually, so it's fine. Leprechaun horse, more accurately, I think. Hard to say. Leprechaun Merchant Camp. I can produce a horse mid-turn. Leprechaun Merchant Camp. Hopefully nothing, but I don't think that's realistic. Then we see what Cardinal hits. The basic problem right now is that your deck's a lot better than mine. And I feel like I kind of have to eliminate the skirmishers before I can even think about getting any green. So that's kind of where we're at. There's things to do with the leprechauns, I guess is the point of interest here. Aristocrat would be nice for me. Legionary is kind of a whatever for now. Well, actually, Legionary is probably really good. Because it means that once skirmishers are out, you still get a discard attack in. Yeah. Pretty devastating. That's probably we shuffled. Still kind of want the coin. I think you got I think we picked out every village other than the coin, so kind of have a problem right now where there's not going to be anything that saves me other than maybe being able to kind of rush down provinces in a perfect world. Which, plausibly, you can do better anyways. Ooh, you should buy a mint. That's definitely not a terrible idea. You get a figurine. I mean, it draws on Black Market and Storyteller. It's not terrible. It's like a silver. Apparently it was too tempting. Not so convinced. I don't think it's actually very good. I think it's pretty bad. The question remains, how much does any of this matter? But yeah. We're going along here. Going along. I think we discard Horse Leprechaun. Top decking horses. That's helpful. What can the cardinal hit that would suck the most? Diplomat? Any of the villages really will do badly, or will do bad things for me. Oh god. Okay. Well, that's fine. Scrap would be pretty bad still. Like most devastating cardinal hits. Let's see what it is. That's not terrible. Probably the gold. It's a bit easier to recover. Well, that's quite a bit of village there. By village, by quite a bit, I mean one of my villages. Though also 2 horses. I think there's one more in here though, so it's fine. Ish. Not really. It's not really fine. That deck does a lot. More than mine. In case you hadn't noticed. It does do a lot more than mine. See what we need to do. I think I do get a Leprechaun done this, like activated, whatever you want to call it, this turn. I might actually be doing better on the tomb points front. I'm actually really surprised that you didn't take the Legionary back when. I'm like really good. Really good. Okay, I think we're probably drawing this Tanuki plane. Or we could Tanuki the Leprechaun. Those are the 2 options. I'm going to Tanuki the Leprechaun into Skirmisher. I really do want to eliminate the Skirmisher so I can green. It would have been better to trash silver, of course, but 4. This would be 5. Okay. Jeez. Do we scrap Skirmisher? So if I'm not scrapping Skirmisher, what do I end up scrapping? Okay. Maybe Leprechaun will end up being the thing. Or Storyteller. I think that's fine. I think we do probably like... Well, I could see what's in the black market first. But I also think just drawing out to the end here would be fine, yeah. Market Square. How do you feel about Market Square? Okay, not great about Market Square. I'll leave a horse on top. And we're not buying this, and we're going to scrap Maroon for maybe coin buy Silver Horse. That seems fine. It doesn't have to be the Maroon. It could have been Leprechaun. No, I want Leprechauns. Like that. Do I burn a horse to hit 10? Seems good. What I want to do is I want to take Skirmisher plus Storyteller, maybe. Yeah, let's do it that way. Beautiful procession horse on top. I wonder if you have like money to just pile on me. Do I even still have a gold? I don't think so. Maybe I do. I have one. Yeah, somehow I'm out of gold. That stinks. It's quite bad. Somehow I've trashed. I don't think I haven't trashed 2 golds though, and I have 2. Swear to God, where's my gold? I think I played it. I only had 1 gold. No, because I played Leprechaun for Wish once. Confused. Oh well. I played Leprechaun normal and I played not for Wish, and I played Leprechaun for Wish, so I had 2 golds. Most definitely. Oh, it's in exile. I never got it back. That's where it's living. Okay. I guess the minion is still the really harmful thing. Okay, that has to be the Storyteller. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I may have to play the Leprechaun plane again. Oh well. I will have to play the Leprechaun plane again. I have to get the gold back. I should have actually played it at the end of last turn to get the gold back. Taking whatever hex. That was a miss. Didn't even think to do it. Forgot where the other gold was. Oh well. We'll do it this turn. Not that it really makes up for not doing it last turn. And the hope is that it's potentially difficult for you to play minion like ever, but I don't think that's actually going to be the case. I think you can attack most of the time. But it is the hope. It is the hope. Apprentice, artisan, gotta be. You have enough village now. Certainly. Squire. Yeah. I don't know. The minion is just a problem. It's a problem because I can still get pretty badly devastated by disc. I mean, I still have to deal with that discard attack. Another scrap. Probably. Scraps can do fun things. I don't know that I'm really hoping. I don't know what I can actually get out of the black market anymore that would help. I got more tomb stuff. I really did need to play the Leprechaun last turn. The time got to me at long last. Yeah. Sorry. I guess I can Tanuki out a Skirmisher for the gold. That's an interesting idea. At least. I just really have this cage problem, minion problem. Cage to minion problem. I need a guardian out of the black market. That's what I really need. I'm like 99% sure there isn't one in there, but it's fun to pretend. I really don't like seeing the Leprechaun go by. It's like I need to be playing that for... Well, I needed to play it for gold last turn, but I need to be playing it for wishes too. Just from a standpoint of like having enough gains. There goes the cage. I can't do anything. Well, no, I can't do anything about it now. I just have to pop mine, is the thing. And, like, somehow hope I don't get a minion attack. Receive a minion attack, which is not really a thing that can actually happen. Okay. Figure out if there's like any more draw. That's a Storyteller, right? So, like, this was bad. I can take the cage out of play, actually. If I go, like, here to distant lands, that brings it down to 5. Yeah, except I'm not going to be able to get the Leprechaun, like, well activated, I guess we could call it. Inventor any good for me? Yeah-ish. I mean, it has a scrap problem, but it's probably okay. Mostly want to just cut down on the... maybe Advisor also. It's a little bit of draw. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to have to play Leprechaun plain. Or we process scrap. There's another possibility. We can go like this one, 2 cards, Silver Horse. Well, now I need actions. Action card horse, card action horse, silver. And then this to action silver horse. Like that. I'm gonna end up leaving a silver on top, which isn't great. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Then probably take ourselves another scrap, or get the scrap back. She doesn't go on top. Again, the problem's going to be the minion attack. Like, I have to somehow draw through all of this, which we'll see. We will see. Maybe you just like... You have 2 horses on top, I think, so fail turn's not really in the cards, as we call them. Thought there were 2 horses on top. Starting at first mate's kind of... Well, I mean, you can just get through basically everything that you want with the Storytellers. I mean, the problem is still I'm going to get minion attacked. The other problem is that this hand sucks. Like, even if I didn't have the 4 coppers in it, it sucks. And it's really hard for me to draw through most of this stuff. Is there an ending here? That would be merciful. I guess probably yes, with the priest and the all. I'm like totally fine with you expending to try to find it though. That's probably look at Margrave being there and being annoying. I don't think there's enough buy over there, or even maybe enough money. We'll see. I don't have a village to take Margrave at this point, I don't think so. Remodel, okay. I guess remodel's a little bit better than or a little bit easier than a storyteller. See, if I had just gotten Gatekeeper and somehow played it every turn, things would be better. I didn't have the opportunity to get Gatekeeper ever, but remodel and wheelwright might be enough to get you there. Oh man, we shuffled again. 2 shuffles. Wow. That's amazing. I mean, there's still the points to make up, too. I don't know how that is. I guess there's still a squire for village. Maybe some other villages I'm not remembering right now. Yeah, there's been quite enough village over there. I'm at least thinking about militia. Okay. It means you don't have to figure out how to pull a minion attack off. It's just already there for you. Lead with Skirmisher. I'm trying to think here, like if I end up proccing a scrap again, can I do anything at all useful? Maybe I need to proc the advisor. Something that draws for sure. I only have 1 storyteller live. I mean, part of the temptation for proccing advisors is you can get distant lands out of it. I'm still kind of assuming that I'm proccing anything at all, which is not the clearest thing ever. That can actually happen. Well, you have enough gains, so if you can produce 16 money, this is over. No, you played the Butcher already. Maybe you don't have enough gains. Sorry, I'm rocking in my chair, and that's what's making this obnoxious noise. It's like you need points too. It's not just gains. Yeah. As if all of the other pauses weren't thinking. I'm seeing that both the game isn't over and it's not my turn yet. Anyways. I'm pretty sure it's not there. I don't know that it really affects my win chances that it's not there, but it's not there. Yeah. You do produce more than me, I guess. I can maybe do some extra tomb points. Oh, maybe with that, I forgot there was a scrap around over there. Maybe that can get there. No, because you gain distant lands. I guess we're still short. And a buy. Just some provinces, maybe. I don't know what your dead chances really are. There's a remodel. I mean, there's some crud in the deck, for sure. Especially as you, end up plausibly greening a little bit. I don't know that it's the cleanest deck ever. 4 horses in the trash. I know I'm carrying at least 2. Did I lose my procession earlier in this turn? No, I didn't. It was a militia. Okay. I still haven't played the Cardinal. That's exciting. See what that does. I mean, if he eliminates a village, probably I resign. That'll be a... That'll be a classic. I'd really like to put Processional Advisor here. Would be ideal. Just kind of trying to go over what the turn's supposed to do. In my head. I think I have enough trashing power. I don't think I can, like... Well, maybe I can pile. I don't know if I can produce 16 coins. That's the main point against right now. think Cardinal into something. We can definitely get 3 or 4 points while taking out Storyteller's black markets. See if I get that opportunity or not. Probably not. Just going back to, there's an awful lot of crud in that deck. Maybe you just have it here. 2 actions. Yeah, like if you trash 2 things, maybe you can get there. Wait, why didn't you top deck a Tanuki? Okay, yeah. Okay, it made it. Oh well. It was bound to happen, eventually. I don't think there's a whole lot I could have done to prevent that win. I mean, the black market was just so dreadfully uneven as it was. Was mostly I think most of the issue there. Alright, on to a new game. What does this have? This has draw, certainly. As we're opening Blockade something, you can draw with Hostelry Council Room, that's fine. So it's Blockade and something. It might be Night Watchman. My problem with Night Watchman is that it's going to be a bit before you can ditch it, but maybe it's okay in the interim. The idea being you definitely play Blockade turn, whatever it is. Yeah. Probably Blockade, another Blockade, and buy Carpenter. Or Silos, actually Silos. Buy Silos. You can Blockade Carpenter. Kind of run with things. A little bit worried about hostelries then, like if you start blockading hostelry, but it just means you kind of end up waiting a turn, right? Silo's hostelry is quite the odd thing, isn't it? You can get a bunch of horses in deck, but I like this a little bit better. Yeah, that's pretty. That is pretty. Like a Sleigh in or hostelry as it might end up being. Yeah, I don't think I blockade hostelry against that, but I'm mostly okay with it. I don't exactly know how to start this. Or I don't blockade hostelry against a curse, but it seems fine to do against whatever else. Otherwise I'd blockade probably Carpenter. Something we'll want eventually anyways, and then just get the hostelries the following turn. Maybe plural, we'll see. hope is to bottom deck at least one estate so I can maybe pick up a Sleigh. But kind of okay if that doesn't happen. Yeah, so this blockade is going to take Hostelry. I think I actually don't silos here because we can Night Watchman basically clear everything and have the 4 horses in. Or maybe I do 1 copper. Take my half chance that and clear it. Because I'm going to have something on top no matter what. It's a question of whether it's better to have like 4 horses with something or 3 horses and nothing. I guess 4 horses and something. Yeah, okay, like that. We bought silos and we're going to immediately not use it. It's astounding, really. What else think about potion? Probably not. Probably not. So this isn't gonna discard because we can do 4 horses and basically just clear. Okay, this is seeming like it's working out pretty well. Do have to figure out how to get other stuff into deck, but we'll worry about that later. Carpenter or whatever else, other thing, possible thing. Hope is to just kind of keep doing hostelries though for quite some time. Okay, we found that. We do that to trigger a pretty sweet shuffle. So maybe we do like Blockade, a Hostelry, and then we'll buy a Sleigh. I was going to also go up and try to get Council Room. I don't know what really the point is. Yeah, the point is draw. Get the Council Room in. Okay, this is going well, I would say. I want to mine pretty soon, I think. I don't know. The next buy is probably going to be Carpenter. I'm going to keep blockading hostelries really forever. Better to discard the coppers here or hold them. I think it's better to hold them. Well, no, we can find a Night Watchman to be good. Yeah, okay. I don't actually know. I don't think so. Well, I mean, we want to keep doing hostelries, but we also want to blockade at some point. Or more blockades at some point. I can blockade multiple things, or get Carpenter, or what have you. So like maybe we take a Carpenter here. Probably discard the Carpenter, just to give a little bit more reach into the deck. Yeah, uncertain. Uncertain. Okay, well, I think we're probably, well, I don't know that we really need to take it through the curse. What can we do instead? We could be gaining Potion, Sleigh. We have Hostelry in there, so like we have a turn next turn. So I'm thinking maybe this is Potion, and then we blockade another Blockade. The council room sitting on top. At this point, I think we'll need to take through the Hostelry. Yeah. You want to play the Sleigh? It's reasonable. Honestly, thinking with a lack of trashing, the consistency from Alchemist will be desirable. There's a lot of horses in there. Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, that ended up being okay. Not amazing, but, you know, what is. I don't know how dependable. We're buying Alk. If I take Hostelry, what right here? Sleigh? Maybe that's okay. Maybe another Blockade also. That triggers that shuffle, excludes the coppers. That's probably fine. Yeah. Oh, council room on top. That's wonderful, actually. Quite wonderful. A lot of horses in here. I'm a little worried about the silver, but figure it out. Basically trying to make it so that there's nothing good for you to gain. That's the goal. Not really worried about Wolfden at all. The main problem right now is I just don't actually have any money in here, so there's a good chance that I miss the 3 potion. Okay. If I miss 3 potion, we just, blockade a hostelry, discard 3, whatever. Next turn will be better. Or Carpenter the hostelry. Well, no, blockade the hostelry. At some point I want mine, I guess. Don't know really when. Stuff will pile. Maybe we never get to it. Okay. Well, I'll probably still take hostelry through that. At least once. Unless you take another one, then I'm not so sure. No, okay. Council room. Alright. Okay, this is fine. So definitely blockade a house. I don't know if I'm playing this Night Watchman anymore. Maybe blockade a Sleigh. I can get a second Night Watchman. I think that's great. So we could Carpenter Sleigh, blockade Sleigh. Oh, actually. Just those two. Also be silvers or another potion. Carpenter silver. Blockade another hostelry. We'll just do another silver or Sleigh. Do we Night Watchman? A lot of copper. I think it's mostly just a lot of copper, right? I don't have blockade. I think this is fine. One curse. This doesn't quite get to the end. That's no good, actually. Shouldn't have played that. Oh well. We'll hope that we get over it. Probably just do one of these, even. I shouldn't have automatically top-decked the Alchemist, I guess. No, it's fine. I mean, we're putting coppers into the shuffle no matter what. We just do one of these because then we play the Sleigh before going into the shuffle. And hopefully things work out okay. I have a lot of ones. Single things. Sleigh, silver, potion. Carpenter. Night Watchman. Those are maybe a little bit too low for safety there. I don't know. I think the Sleigh might have been quite bad. I think maybe that should have been a silver. Alchemist. The curses are low. I don't know that I have a good way to get stuff back. Yeah, I think this Blockade should have been of a silver, not a Sleigh. Oh well. Guess Japan wins the World Cup. We'll figure it out. Or how many I can make up in a turn. I'm going council room. That's actually a little bit scary. I mean, they're going to be taking the points back. Let's see. I may not have the best turn ever coming up. Far from it, even. Okay. Maybe a Carpenter actually cut me off of those. Although one thing that'll happen is I'll be able to Carpenter things. So like we take the last Hostelry, or you take the last Hostelry, and suddenly that Carpenter becomes quite a bit better, right? I don't think this Sleigh should have... This Sleigh is just terrible. I'm pretty sure. Really quite terrible. Okay. Yeah, a little low. I think we'll be fine now. Because the Carpenter can now be going like Night Watchman or whatever else. Curse into Sleigh, as the case may be. Okay. That's lowering things quite a lot, actually. Maybe too much. I go Sleigh into Blockade. I don't know if I can make up enough points is the problem. Or am I just kinda dead? As it is. Okay, that's good. We can go silver into something like Carpenter. Somehow only have one horse. That's devastating. Or curse into Sleigh if I think I have another curse. I don't know if I have another curse is the thing. Oh, well, that's bad. Just buy a province. Surely nothing will go wrong there. All you need to do really is draw. Yeah, Alchemist was not a great move. I thought there was a lot more time in this game. Oh well. That's alright. Someday there'll be a timer and everything will be better. Probably just kinda, yeah, I don't know, bad decision, right? Yeah, it should end up being pretty easy for you. I mean, I needed another turn no matter what, so... I can't believe I seriously ended up with one horse. How does that happen? Blockade, 2 curses, end of game. Alright. No, don't. What are we doing? I'm not gonna see curses. Okay. Alright. To your start. I don't know. Yeah, I just, that was bad. Caved, what, 5 cave dwellers. Okay, so we get to open a 5 despite what this looks like, which is probably Margrave. Is that enough? I think we just take Margrave. That's my opinion. Do I go after the Margrave? I don't know. No. Like, if I can go Fishing Village Mountain Shrine, that's pretty dang good. Right? Oh man, what are you doing finding Mountain Shrine turn 2? It's not like any of these games matter now. Can I find Margrave? No? Okay. Sad. That sucks. You'll probably find Margrave this turn, in which case I'll resign because the results don't really matter at this point. Oh, jeez. What are you doing? I mean, I have to get through deck. Maybe double Fishing Village. It's disgusting. It's just genuinely disgusting. Well, the good news is even if I hadn't screwed up last game, I'd definitely be losing this one. So... Maybe put an acting troupe instead of Fishing Village? I don't think so. Do I get a Fishing Village? Probably. Another Fishing Village. I'm just going to keep buying fishing villages. In the turn 2, this was unnecessary, right? Like, it's unnecessary. Seriously? Well, if this doesn't draw the fishing village, jeez. Whatever. So annoying. Okay, what are we doing? We're losing a necropolis right away. That seems not ideal. I guess what's happening here? It's just like money-ish, I guess. Probably do Pixie Bounty Hunter, and then let's see. Okay, I'm like basically certain that that's what we wanted to do. This should get trashed, I'm like 90% sure. Dog is crying in the background. This took so long. Do we do a copper or do you do overgrown? I guess we do an overgrown estate. It's much more likely to copper in the future. What is the thing? Approaching army? Oh, that makes it totally just like Kitsune money. Like there is nothing to do here, but just get a bunch of. I guess I could do a Dan, and that might be a little bit better. I don't know if we'll find the Kitsune, but I guess I could banish some coppers. No. Probably do this and then buy another den. The hope being to get another Kitsune basically now. There's not a whole lot to do. Maybe you take Corsair over. No. So I can get thin. Get thin, get money together. The Wisps seem like they're something that is going to end up devastating me. Unnecessarily. I wonder if I hold the hovel. Probably not. I'm just getting another Kitsune. I'll banish 3 coppers, that's reasonable. 2 coppers, that seems less reasonable. I just want another Kitsune, maybe. What did we get on 4? I'm gonna copper. Get a pixie. That should have been the hovel, but whatever. I'm just having a hard time at this point caring. Hey, we're getting things together, right? I'm gonna take way too many curses here, but you know. A lot of actions, huh? Weird. Could have just taken money. Kitsunas give 3 coins now. I hope for a Flames gift. I want to try to win this one, but I don't know how it's gonna go. Like, I need more of this, mostly. This should end up being a pretty low deck, like deck in which you don't constant state deck, I guess would be the way to put it. So probably like 1 more Kitsuna, or maybe 2 more Kitsunas. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. You can gain silver. There's like 3 coins. Yeah, I like that. Let's take it. This is quite good. We can actually get like Den plus Kitsuna. Or 2 of these if I really think I need 2. The reason I'm kind of into Den is for curse trashing. It's a thing that can be helpful. In general. Probably I'm producing enough money. It's not like I'm having extra buys next turn. I'll like work this such that the Kitsunas are like plus 3 coins. Then we have some silvers. We go very, very simple. Very, very simple. I don't even really need to be doing extra whatever. I mean, I guess you can maybe get duchies out of a craftsman, be part of the idea there, but I'm also feeling like I'm pretty close to just being able to province out. I'd like to give the last 2 curses this turn for sure. And we grab a 3rd den or something, start provincing. I might not even need the den. I'm thinking. It's like this is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a little bit off, but I think we can kind of just do it. If we miss, so what? Like, we can buy whatever. We'll go actions coins now. We don't even need to take silver, so I think we can probably province out, most likely. That's the hope anyways. We'll come close to it. And bounty a den if we really need to hit this turn. Or maybe the craftsman will come back, we'll see. There's just not a lot of draw to work with, so I'm not... I don't think it's everything. Okay, you put a curse in exile. I mean, my question for over there is more like... Can craftsman really do it? We're not provincing already. Is there actually a mechanism for coming back? You have to produce coin. I mean, the wisps give you some amount of ability to gain in play. Yeah, like here we're going to bounty a den. Action coin. They're not going to quite keep up with the deck is the problem I'm seeing. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to province every turn. That's the thing that I'm looking at. Seems like it might end up being possible. Like we're going to gain a silver here. It's just that what exactly comes up right here is going to make a bit of a difference. In a perfect world... Well, no, the Kitsunas can just produce 6 coins, so... We bounty... We'll figure it out. We're like 1 card off of being golden. But I'm thinking, let's add some silvers. There is enough money over there. Well, it's still kind of single-ish. Wait. Some coin silver. It's like I need to put basically enough stuff together each turn. The problem is I'm definitely going to miss once. I still haven't bountied a single province. Wow. I definitely feel like I'm going to miss at least once. If I draw a goat copper here, it could be the end. Not really. And I don't think I could afford to wait another turn either. So your last turn was off of bountying Den. I'm guessing that's going to happen again, depending on what you're trying to do. I mean, I can also just buy duchy by rebuild even at some point. I'll start flooding with silver. Okay, it's the rebuilds coming in, kind of expecting that. Maybe you just don't have enough? I don't know. Wow. Okay. That's a full-on, utter trash miss. Wow. Okay. Well, if I do the goat, I can get a den, and we can continue going after provinces or rebuild. One of the two. Next turn has 2 kitsunes in it, which is actually fairly likely to miss province. So, well, I can do the goat anytime. Let's get a province out of here. Let's get the copper out of here. And let's get ourselves a den. Or a duchy. Or a den. Yeah. Make sure that I do actually hit province. Just one card. One card. One card too many. You bottom deck, you rebuild. This amuses me greatly. Not that I'll win, but it still just amuses me greatly. So you can just take like den, duchy, and province, and then what'll happen? I lose. Duchy by province, and then you can take 2, and it's all over. Alright, whatever. I didn't care much about these last however many. I guess it doesn't even need to be a duchy. Like, if you buy province, I buy province, and then you win, plausibly. Three dens out. Have a rebuild. I mean, how could you even miss? I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. Just buy province and let it be over. Rebuild, whatever. Maybe you drew all your green. I can only hope. I mean, you have the craftsman, so it's not exactly possible. Okay. that's it, because there's a rebuild, and there's a Kitsune, and it doesn't even matter if you get the Craftsman. Whatever. I'll be so happy when there's a timer on everything, and I will not play in anything without a timer ever again. I promise. What are you playing stuff for? Just buy the province. Oh my god. Whatever. Well, it was tough, and I didn't come back, and this video is too long, and I'll see you all.